And I recognize Mr. Robinson in the courtroom as well. Good afternoon.
Away for this preliminary hearing. We've got an all-star lineup of guests ready to break down what happens during the day today. Let's go first of all to our correspondent Matt Finn. He's outside the courthouse in Provo, Utah. Set the table for us, Matt.
Well, John, this is the first time we are physically seeing Tyler Robinson in court on your screen right now. And I believe the woman in the hair clip who is facing away from the camera is his lead attorney, Catherine Nestor. This is the first time he is in person in court here in Utah County. He has appeared virtually a few times before. Now, outside of that courtroom that you're looking at right now, fierce, intense security, several city blocks cordoned off, all types of police in every direction. And a short while ago, we saw a very large police caravan arriving to the courthouse, going into the Sally Port, and a massive armored vehicle in the middle of that caravan, who we can assume was perhaps Mr. Robinson being delivered to this court.
It's away.
All rise. Fourth of the Court of State Utah now circuit, the Honorable Tony F. Graff Jr. presides.
Please be seated. Court is now in session. Counsel, if you could enter your appearances, please.
Your Honor, Christopher Ballard, Ryan McBride, Chad Grunander, and Lauren Hunt on behalf of the state.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kathy Nestor, excuse me, Richard Novak, Stacy Visser on behalf of Mr. Robinson.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeff Hunt and David Ryman appearing on behalf of the media interveners that are identified in our motion papers.
Good afternoon.
Michael Judd, Your Honor, Parsons, Bailey, and Latimer on behalf of another set of media interveners also identified in the briefs.
Good afternoon, and I recognize Mr. Robinson in the courtroom as well. Good afternoon. And for the benefit of the record, calling case 251-403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Counsel, as we're moving forward today, I want to give an overview of what we anticipate doing. And it comes down, we're addressing three issues. The first is the October 14th, 2025 audio recording of the closed hearing and the October 24th, 2025 transcript of that hearing. The second is the state's motion to amend or clarify the publicity order, commonly known or referred to as the gag order. And finally, the motion for limited intervention and request for notice of motions to close, seal, or reclassify, and which has been filed by the media organizations and by counsel who are present today. So as we begin, the first part is we'll begin by addressing the October 14th audio recording and the October 24th transcript. This portion of the hearing will be closed so that I may hear from the parties regarding which portions of the recording, the record should remain sealed. All members of the public and the press will be excused, and the hearing will not be broadcast. And this is because I need to hear what should or should not be sealed or protected, and it would not benefit to have everyone listen to what should be sealed. And so after I've heard argument, we will invite all parties or the public and the media to come back in, and the hearing will resume transmission. We will then take up the motion for limited intervention, followed by the state's motion to amend or clarify the publicity order. These portions, the last two portions, will be open to the public and to the press. After hearing argument on all three matters, I will take a brief recess and then return to issue my ruling today. We will then stand in recess. So at this point, we'll go ahead and excuse the public and the media, and it is the court's order that transmission be terminated temporarily.
Your Honor, we have one request with respect to the closed hearing. May I be heard on that?
Yes, counsel.
Thank you. Richard Novak for Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson has some immediate family members who are present, his father, his mother, and his brother, and we would ask the court to permit them to remain in the courtroom during the closed portion of the hearing.
To the state.
My only concern with that, Your Honor, is that we're going to be talking about court security measures. And I don't know that we'll have to go into a lot of detail about that, but I do have concerns about those issues being discussed in public.
All right. Mr. Novak, do you have authority that supports allowing them to remain in a closed hearing?
No, I think it's subject to the court's discretion to decide who is and is not an appropriate member of the public. I think they have a unique relationship with Mr. Robinson, and they would certainly abide by any orders the court makes concerning disclosure of what is discussed in closed session. But obviously, it's up to the court.
Thank you, Mr. Novak. I'm going to rule that they will be excluded as well. It is just given the nature and the sensitivity of it, I believe it is appropriate to treat all parties in the public equally, though I do recognize their relationship with Mr. Robinson. Thank you for your request. All right, we will go into the closed session.
Let's go first of all to our correspondent, Matt Finn. He's outside the courthouse in Provo, Utah. Set the table for us, Matt.
Well, John, this is the first time we are physically seeing Tyler Robinson in court on your screen right now. And I believe the woman in the hair clip who is facing away from the camera is his lead attorney, Catherine Nestor. This is the first time he is in person in court here in Utah County. He has appeared virtually a few times before. Now, outside of that courtroom that you're looking at right now, fierce, intense security, several city blocks cordoned off, all types of police in every direction. And a short while ago, we saw a very large police caravan arriving to the courthouse, going into the Sally Port, and a massive armored vehicle in the middle of that caravan, who we can assume was perhaps Mr. Robinson being delivered to this courthouse. Some of the doors are zip tied, so all types of measures being taken to make sure that this proceeding happens safely and securely today. Now, on the docket today, perhaps one of the most important issues, there was an October 24th hearing in which Judge Graff determined Robinson will be allowed to wear civilian clothing in court, as you see on your screen right now, but he has to remain shackled. Now, also in that October 24th hearing, general security measures and other issues of fairness in this trial were discussed in a closed portion that both the defense and prosecution requested remain private. The judge here granted the request that portions of that October 24th hearing be sealed, but then an attorney for the media coalition here intervened and asked that the transcript be made public, arguing in part that keeping it sealed is creating an impression of unfairness and secrecy, even though that whole thing may have been fair. So today the judge may unseal some of that October 24th hearing, and we will find out what was discussed, and also that is, perhaps setting precedent in this case, what the media and the public is going to have access to moving forward. We'll keep you updated, John and Sandra.
All right, Matt Finn setting the table for us this afternoon as we await this hearing getting underway.